No, you look like you are living your life.
I'm living my
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, so show me the grasses here.
Well, I just stopped here because there's some good diversity.
Okay.
My name's Mimi Hillenbrand, and my family owns the 777 Bison Ranch here in southwestern South Dakota. We've been running bison here since the early 80s, and before that we ran cattle in the 70s. Haven't looked back once we switched bison. The bison just were the fit. They were the missing link, and they've really helped us bring the prairie back and bring back native species. So, like this little one here, which is one of my favorite springtimes. It's called stemless Hymenopsis, butte candle.
Butte candle.
Called breadroot scurf pea or Timsala in Native Americans. You can dig this up and there's tubers underneath, and it was one of their starches that they would dry out for the winter time. Let's just see if we can dig down here. I do have a trowel in the car. It was very important to Native Americans, and it is so great when they come out here and they see oh, you got Timsala. So yeah, we got Timsala out here.
How deep is the root system? You don't have to if it's too deep.
No, I can go get a trowel to dig it out, but they're really beautiful at Prairie Edge. They make these long braids, and they're dried out. They're about this long, about this big around. Takes like 8 hours to cook them, but super tasty. So yeah, lots of good diversity right in this little area. Even though this is kind of a, open area here, it's still showing the great diversity of the prairie. Once we started getting our native grasses back, once you start bringing diversity back, it kind of brings everything else back. Our dung beetles came back, and with that, other insects came, and with that came the birds. And it's been amazing over the years to see certain species of birds that you can't find anywhere else. One bird that I just absolutely love is the long-billed curlew, and it's hard to find it on our neighbors because they're very specific birds, they're specialists. So being that we brought the insects back with our plant diversity, it brought these really specialized birds back. We also brought back trumpeter swans on our stock dam, so we're doing something right. And then never had bobolinks out here for many, many years. And within the last, I would say, 8 years, they're kind of another one of those specialized birds that have been lost, but they've come back. And now we can find them in almost every single pasture. So when you plan your grazing and you start bringing back diversity, it's amazing how quickly Mother Earth finds that certain little island. And our birds are a great indicator that, we're doing something right out here. There's definitely the right mixture of native grasses and insects. And so just by the way we manage our ground, we've allowed much more biodiversity to come out here. We do have bees out here, but that is something that we're working in partnership with somebody else. They needed a place to go with their bees in the summertime. We wanted more pollinators because you can never have too many pollinators. And we think that we have a really good, diverse landscape for these bees. So they contacted us if we would be interested in putting bees out here. And we're like, heck yeah. So, we get paid in honey, not money, and we're helping them and they're helping us. They're helping grasslands evolve. So it's important for us to work with our communities. My 3 guys that I work with are all on the volunteer fire department, so we help that way. We put on educational programs because we think what we do is really important. I always doubt myself, but then people come out and they reconfirm that, you're doing great things. So we love to teach people, so we've been putting on educational programs, whether it's in holistic management, doing ranch tours with Pheasants Forever, Rocky Mountain Bird Foundation, Audubon. We're willing to work with everybody who's really interested in prairies and bison. Kind of brings everything together. I mean, that's part of holistic management. It's holism. It's not just land, but it's land, people, community, animals. So it kind of fits our whole goal in what we're doing is bringing in as many people as can to show them, if you take care of the land and you plan correctly, look what you can do. And it's wonderful to see people come out here and how excited they get when when they see how diverse a grassland really is. I mean, people don't give grasslands credit, but they are diverse, they're dynamic, and when you take care of them, it's amazing what you can find on them. I'm just the person behind the curtain. I always like to say I'm the great and powerful Oz, but it's really my three gentlemen who really get things done. I don't know what I'd do without them, and Mort's is absolutely, you know, he's my PR person, he's my right-hand man, and I don't know what I'd do without him, to tell you the truth. And then we have Cody, who's my herdsman, who takes care of the bison, and he's learning plants now with me, which is super exciting. And Justin, who takes care of all the infrastructure, makes sure the fences are up, makes sure the corrals are well. So, you know, we're a great team. We each bring something super special to the plate here, and we respect each other, and we're not afraid to make mistakes and give each other a little bit of grief. But I am so fortunate to be able to work with these gentlemen. They're absolutely awesome. Communication could be a little bit better sometimes, but but it's great. It's super.
We're currently 1,500 and some odd adult animals, and we should have about 700 baby calves this year running around. We'll find out in October. And it all takes place on 28,000 acres. We do 100% grass-fed. We're AGA certified, but there are animals that we do sell that end up in a feedlot, because, you know, most of the bison you buy is, you know, grain finished, and that's provided. You know, some people don't like that, but that's a consistent product that can be offered to the consumer year-round. And in order to build any protein product, you need a consistent product available all day, every day in the American market, because we've got to have it now whenever we want it. So, but that base that was built by grain-fed has now given us the foundation to stand on and say, okay, we're grass-fed. For those of you that want grass-fed, it's a natural fit to the overall vision and mission of the ranch, so that's the way we go. Years ago, we used to feed animals in the corrals, but I didn't like it, Mimi didn't like it back then. We weren't living our truth doing that. And yeah, so we just said, you know what, we're just gonna live our truth and do it this way. Make a little less money and be a little happier. You know, less money and more happiness kind of deal.
A lot of people have a hard time understanding that part of managing bison, no matter whether it's, you know, small scale, large scale conservation, or, you know, no matter what the methodology is, there still has to be an exchange and a harvesting of bison.
Well, the guy that said it best was Mike Faith out of North Dakota, and he says conservation through consumption. And if you want to conserve something, you have to put a value on it, because if it has no value, nobody wants to save it. People only want to save pretty things and valuable things. And the capitalistic world that we live in, nobody will pay 777 Ranch for sunlight. What we're doing is we're converting that sunlight into a plant, and then the bison are coming along converting it into protein, and we're offering a pound of protein for sale. And if you want to participate in the conservation of a species, bison, the successes that we have here in making money helps the conservation community, helps maintain the diversity, and you just got to put a dollar amount on it, and that's the way you can participate. It's not holding a sign. It's actually voting with your dollar to buy bison meat, and if you want to see them raised in the right way and conserved, vote with your dollar.